It's in the 30s.
Yeah.
It falls really rapidly. In fact, earlier today when this Arctic air went through Cheyenne, Wyoming, they dropped 40 degrees in 30 minutes. We're going to see a big push of cold air, and it comes with snow, and it comes with wind. It's one of the reasons why we have a winter storm warning. It goes into effect at 6 a.m. tomorrow, and it goes through midnight across the area. Now, the snow's still off to the northwest. That is the Arctic front as well. And while we could see some light snow early in the morning, 7 to 11, I think late morning and afternoons when we get the bulk of our accumulation. And that's also about the time the cold air is really pouring on in. Kansas City's holding on to a temperature above freezing at 33. So are we at St. Louis at 38, but single digits in Omaha. Look at Rapid City at -18, -21 in Billings. And some of those temperatures, some of those cities were around 50 degrees earlier today. So it is a major push of cold air. The snow is the reason for the first alert weather day on Thursday. But we have first alert weather days on Friday and Saturday morning because of the dangerous wind chills, as it's going to be windy and very, very cold. Much colder than we are right now, that's for sure. It's kind of a nice festive holiday look at the lit up wheel and looking at downtown from Barnes Jewish Hospital. We're 38 degrees, which is actually our new high for the day. Temperatures aren't going to change much. It may drop down about 33 by the morning, but you won't notice the frigid air right away in the morning. Let's see the snow, though. As you see hour by hour on the super predictor to the northwest, we go and watch that snow move in. This is a little band, thin band of some light snow, maybe some mix. We'll keep an eye out if temperatures are warm enough and there's some rain. That could actually freeze quickly when the cold air moves in and create ice. So need to watch that, but I think there's little, if any, rain out of this, and it's mostly snow. But I just want you to be aware it's something we'll be watching. The bulk of our snow accumulation comes later. Here's noon now. We're down to 14 degrees already by noon, so it's much colder by lunchtime. Snowy, windy throughout the afternoon. 3 o'clock, we're at 6 degrees, blowing snow. The winds are actually going to be cranking up in the afternoon and especially the evening. But that's actually when the snow ends. Watch as the snow tapers off in St. Louis really quickly here. By 5 o'clock, it's done. And off to the east in Illinois, it won't last much longer than 5 o'clock as it'll be out of here. But we'll be in the single digits. We'll have wind chills in the -20, -25 range, and we'll have blowing snow. The other thing is, once that powdery snow is on the ground, it'll start to compact, especially if you drive on it, and it can turn into a sheet of ice if you don't clear it. So how much snow are we talking? Well, generally 1 to 4 inches across the area, but I think 2 to 3 in the St. Louis metro. There may be some spots closer to 4. In fact, some of the models have been coming in with a little more snow to the south and even up maybe around Troy, a little closer to 3 inches, a little more. But 1 to 4 across the region, 2 to 3 inches in the St. Louis metro. Not a huge snow, but boy, the wind, the cold, and the snow combined are big impacts. Look at the wind gust timeline. Not a real windy morning. You notice it, but not really windy. It starts to crank up around 3 o'clock, and then there's the strongest winds in the evening when the snow is done. But that powdery snow will be blowing around because of those strong winds. And then here's where we get to the coldest air of this deep freeze that hits us. It's Friday morning, -3. The last time we had a below zero temperature in the month of December in St. Louis, it was 1989, and it was -15. That is actually the record for Friday morning. So no record for us, but we're going below zero, -3. And you factor in the winds, -26 in St. Louis, -30 in Litchfield. These are some brutal wind chills for Friday morning, and it is the coldest of this cold snap. We don't pull out of it right away, but we will slowly ease out of it over the weekend. In fact, Friday afternoon's high is just 7. First alert weather day because of the wind chills all day. Saturday, first alert weather day because of the wind chills just in the morning. But the cold is there all day, 17. It's just not as windy, and the wind chills aren't quite into the dangerous range. We are on Christmas Eve going to be dry, though, and Sunday on Christmas, dry, low of 7 and a high of 26. There is a chance for some flurries or light snow Sunday night into Monday, but that's warm air moving in. Look how the temperatures rapidly rise next week. We're getting finally above freezing on Tuesday, and Wednesday is in the 40s. We'll be right back.